Brothers and sisters, sometimes we attribute human attributes to God. And one of those is not keeping your promise. Not keeping your promise. I'm sure you've been in situations where people have promised you things and they didn't fulfill them. Promised you they were going to do something for you and didn't do it. Promised they was going to give you something and they didn't give it to you. And sometimes we apply that same attribute to God. Now, those folks who didn't give those things to you, sometimes they did it out of meanness and sometimes just trying to lead you the wrong way, and sometimes because they just couldn't. The old folks used to say their arms were too short. The things they said they were going to do, they just couldn't do because they just weren't able to. They were human. But brothers and sisters, I'm here to encourage you and let you know that God's not human. That's not a human. He's got big hands. He's all powerful. He can do all things. The second thing is God doesn't lie. God doesn't lie. Numbers 23:19 says, God is not a human that he should lie, nor a human being that he should change his mind. Sometimes people change their mind. God doesn't change his mind. If he speaks, he will act. Does he promise and not fulfill? In other words, if God has promised you something, he's going to fulfill it. Now, he's got to do it in his time. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says everything in its proper time. In fact, in Galatians 4:4, when Jesus came, the Bible says, he said, Jesus came in the fullness of time, when it was time. So brothers and sisters, don't make the mistake of attributing human attributes to God. One of those being not keeping his promise. God's not a man. God's not a human that he should lie. Nor he's a human, he don't change his mind. If God has promised you something, he's going to fulfill it in the fullness of time, in the right time. And he's going to give it to you in the time when it's best, not when you would want it, when sometimes you think you know what's best, but you really don't. Trust God. God's not a human, so don't attribute those attributes to him. If he's promised you something, he's going to keep it. He's not going to change his mind. And in the fullness of time, those things will happen. Trust God. God bless you and God keep you.